Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to Royal Sussex Live. Welcome, one and all. Connie Bomber! Hey, Connie Bomber, thank you for joining us. Carol Lund, thank you so much for being here. Judy Matasid. Let's see, Gwendolyn Daniels, Maggie, Fancy, Antoinette Kennedy, Mary H is here. Thank you, one and all. I really, really appreciate y'all being here. And thank you so much, as always, for watching Royal Sussex. Okay. Um, no, I better not say that. Anyways, we got some gossip to do today. Yeah, I think so. I think we got some gossip to do. There's some gossip in the works. Anyway, let me see here. If there's anyone interested in sending a Christmas card or other stuff that I may have to take down to my friend at the urgent care so I can have it x-rayed to make sure that there's nothing lethal or a lump of turd in it. That's the what do you call it? The business address for Royal Sussex. And yeah, so just in case you need it for anything, I don't know, just whatever, just there it is. I'll put it up again later. All right. Oh, there's the slides already. So I'm going to just call it again, the end of monarchy, or as I like to say, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Yes. Isn't that weird? It's just same order as it was yesterday. Different thumbnail, and it still came out the same order, I think. Didn't it? Let me see. That was wow, that is spooky. Well, not exactly the same. The only thing that's different is that the bad and the ugly has shifted a bit. But yeah, there they go. Okay. By the way, there's like overnight there were just like a bunch of people that signed up for memberships. I mean, not a real big number, but I got a notification saying that there was some new memberships. So no, I'm sorry, not memberships. Was it memberships or yeah, I guess it was. So new memberships. So thank you so much for that. If you're a new member, probably won't come up now unless you make a comment. But thank you very much. All right, let's do that and do that. So, you guys, if there's anything that I love on Netflix is Emily in Paris. I hated for it to end. I went ahead and binge watched it, and it was so good. I mean, it's like there's nothing bad ever really happens, which is good for my nerves. There's all of these complicated layers of love stories, buff bodies, beautiful clothes. The scenery is otherworldly. I mean, if you ever been to Paris or if you've ever wanted to go to Paris, you'd have to say that Emily in Paris is, well, as they've been calling it, a love letter to Paris, right? There was a movie that came out some time ago called Paris, I Love You, which was a series, well, short stories about Paris. And I highly recommend you see that movie. Came out about maybe 10 years ago. It was called Paris Jeton. And if I'm saying it right. And at the time, the critics said it was a love letter to Paris. Well, that's what Emily in Paris is. There's no bad side of Paris. There's no crime. There's no hunger. There's no thirst. Where have I heard that before? But first, be the person who needs people. People who need people. And yeah, that's where I heard it from. That song, People, Barbara Streisand. No more hunger or thirst, but first be the person who needs people. Anyway, that is Emily in Paris. So I got through season one. Uh, wait. I got it wrong. That's season one. Season three. That's season two, right? And of course, season four. Now, spoiler alert, I don't want to tell you anything about it. If you have watched the others, then go ahead and watch it and maybe we'll discuss it another day. But it was so good. As a matter of fact, I'm just going to say, aside from the first season, this has been my favorite season. I thought last year I felt a little bit incomplete. I may have to go back and watch it again, season three. Now all I got to do is get to Bridgerton and Umbrella Academy, and I'll be all caught up with the stuff that I just really, really need to watch. But yeah, that was good. Wait, Car Travel Adventures? Is that a movie? Cars and Travel Adventures? Is this something I need to watch? Cars and Travel Adventures? Check one, two, three. All right, now we have sound. Okay. Did anyone else watch Emily in Paris? And can anyone please tell me what is wrong with this microphone? Okay, I'm going to try to use auto level and see if that works. I was using the manual, which I've done before, but now I'm switching back over to audio level and we'll see. Oh, you know what? Maybe I should do that. I didn't think about doing that. Okay, I got the microphone on far, right? I put it on far and we'll see if that makes a difference. Okay. Um turn the volume up. Yeah, I put it on far and we'll see if far makes a difference. Check one, two, three. Hmm. I don't know. I am confused about this thing. Sean Jones, thank you for being here. Is there on what is that? Is there on an echo? I don't know. You have to let me know. I couldn't tell you. Check one, two, three. Check, check. Yeah, I couldn't tell you. Okay, yeah, I don't think there's an echo. Yeah, I just changed the setting to far away. So hopefully, I don't know. I give up. I hope that helps. All right, let's move on. Want some tea? Herbal or verbal? I love those rabbits. Do you want some tea? Herbal or verbal? Hazel Jones is here. Fancy, fancy. Leslie F. How long has it been? How long has it been? Francilia Mosley? Happy holidays to you. Wow, everybody's coming back tonight. That is so cool. I mean, there's names I haven't seen forever, forever. Thank you so much, though. Donna Reese, where have you been? Where are these names coming from? These are people I haven't seen in ages. But thank you for being here. Don't think I don't appreciate it because I do. Wow, that is so cool. Don't forget to hit that like button. That is so cool. And please consider a membership to Royal Sussex. Wow, that is so cool. Thank you all so much for being here. Esmeralda is here. Lovely, lovely. Okay, how do you like your tea? Aren't those rabbits adorable? I love them. Bring on the tea. All right, let's do that then. But first of all, we have to address Travalyst. Yes, more news for Travalyst today. Apparently, Travalyst has been. Is it? Oh, wait, 1 second. Let me grab that. There, perfect. Travalyst, the not-for-profit organization founded by Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex, has been recognized by two of the world's most influential publications in travel, culture, and climate, Condé Nast and Time. That's right, Condé Nast, which you may recognize from, I don't know, Vogue magazine and, oh, I forget the other magazines they have. Is it, no, they're not Town and Country, are they? I forget what else Condé Nast is. Better Homes and Garden? Nope, something like that. But Vanity Fair? Huh? No. Women's Home Journal? I cannot think of their other brands. And of course, Time. Um, I know Time and People magazine were once the same thing. I don't know if that's the same case now, but um, there was a section of the Time magazine which was called the People section. That's where they would give you just a little gossip and celebrity stuff. Well, People was so popular in the Time magazine that they created a magazine just called People. Some of you all are old enough to remember those days when it was just Time and People was just a little section of the Time magazine, but now it's a magazine in its own right. So yeah, they have decided to recognize the Travalyst, which is perfect timing, seeing that there's been over 65 million searches on Travalyst. Travalyst, the influential publications. Travalyst has been recognized in Condé Nast Travelers Bright Ideas in Travel 2024, an expansive list of the players, places, and projects moving the travel industry into the future. Travalyst efforts to scale flight emission estimates as well as its certification initiative were highlighted in the entry. Hot off the heels of the Condé Nast Award, Travalyst founder Prince Harry was named the 2024 Times 100 climate list of 100 most influential leaders driving business and real climate action. The Duke of Sussex was named a titan alongside leaders such as Bill Gates, founder, Breakthrough Energy and Terra Power. Yeah. And AJ Banga, president of the World Bank. Time highlighted Travalyst work to scale flight emission estimates, and the publication also drew attention to the not for profit's wider mission, quoting Prince Harry from Travalyst's 5-year anniversary event in New York. The piece reflects on why the Duke founded Travalyst. And of course, Harry's said, as I sought solutions to some of the world's most pressing conservation challenges, I quickly realized just how profound an impact the travel and tourism industry has. Together, we are providing that travel. I'm sorry, we are proving that travel, let me see there, squint, can be a force for good. So let's continue this journey together and make sure that travel benefits everyone everywhere. So, of course, as you know, travel has a very heavy impact on the environment. Every year, I'm going to guess over a billion people. I don't know the real number, but I'm sure it's over a billion people pack their bags and go someplace they don't necessarily have to go, but they just want to go so that they can see what there is to see. And that has an impact not only in the carbon emissions, but also the plumbing, the other resources in the places that we visit. Also, there's a lot of mass generated from everything we purchase, the containers our food is packed in, and the fuel that's used to bring the food to the restaurant for the tourists. So it's so many things that impact the world. And Travalyst is just part of a way to measure how much impact we all have on the environment. So Sally Davies, CEO of Travalyst, said, thanks to Travalyst's work, flight emissions and accommodation sustainability data is now seen by people globally when they're booking trips on platforms they already know and trust. This dual recognition underscores Travalyst's commitment to getting clear, consistent, and compliant sustainability information on the mainstream in order to help people make more informed choices. Long term, Travalyst's goal is to enable the travel industry to measure impact accurately, target supply and demand interventions, and ultimately drive systems change. Find out more about Travalyst at www.travalyst.org. That means it's not for profit. So isn't that cool? I'm just so proud of Harry for being the founder of something like this. All right. Let me see. Esmeralda, thank you so much. Let me see. I want to highlight you here. Oh, oh, there was one before you. Okay. Poliver Girl, thank you very much. Baron, this is to thank you and the community for the love, mental health support through giggles and just acceptable accept just accept tingle. Okay. Hey, I'm sorry. I know it's something else. I found you guys when I needed it. Oh, thank you so much for saying that. Thank you. And thank you for the super chat. And thank you for being a member too. Thank you for being a member. Accepting. Oh, I'm sorry. Just accepting. I saw Tingo and I got excited. Poliver Girl, buy me a drink first. I mean, I saw Tingo and I got a little excited. I wasn't sure exactly what you had in mind, but listen, just so you know, I'm a sure thing. Just so you know, I'm a sure thing. Yeah, just in case anybody was wondering, I'm a sure thing. I don't mind a tingle every now and again. Um, uh, it's the ring a ding ding that sometimes gets out of hand, but a tingle, I'm good with that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Although it's been a while since the ring a ding ding, but the tingle, I think I can handle that. So thank you so much. um, I'm blushing. I am blushing. So let me see here. Esmeralda Dillon, thank you so much for the super sticker. And thank you for being a member of Royal Sussex. Why am I blushing? I told you I cannot be trusted. So let me see here. Thank you very much. And thank you, Prince Harry, for um, all your hard work. And of course, again, Travalyst receives global recognition from Condé Nast and Time 100 Climate List. Now, let's get down to some business here. You've brought great shame on this family. So says that vicious bowl of jello, Andrew, the sick old man, as he holds his Pizza Express box. I wonder if that's brought a lot of business to Pizza Express. I wonder about that. But yeah, so Andrew, the sick old man, actually had the nerves to look down his nose at his nephew, who is self sufficient, hardworking, and loved and adored by all. More than what you can say about him, of course. And there you go. Shame on them. You see how the British press has singled out Harry and Meghan, but they have somehow inflated the ego of Andrew, the sick old man. They have pretty much laid off of him, which is why I have some suspicions why all of a sudden he's in the doghouse again. This is, you know what? I don't think this is Cold War Steve. It may actually be Cold War Steve. I don't know who made this, but does anybody recognize this famous portrait that is actually hanging in the National Gallery right there in London? They have this at the National Gallery. It depicts a famous scene from history. Of course, this was painted years after that event took place, but the poor person there was actually born into, shall we say, a family, the royal family, in a position of what do you call it? I don't know. You know, wealth and privilege. Yeah, and born into privilege. And of course, playing the executioner is, well, and for the purposes of this, his own father. And of course, the guy that's helping, oh, that's not a guy, that's the queen consort. Like I said, that guy that's trying to put Harry's head on the block is Camilla, the queen consort. And oh yes, let me see who got that right. Carmen, very good. The death of Lady Jane Grey. Well, let's hope it doesn't come to that. Um, but yeah, and then of course there's Meghan, one of the ladies in waiting. So yeah, this was kind of a weird, but I can see the point that they're making. You have the judge jury helping Harry, and there's the executioner, his own father. Oh, Hazel, of course you would know it. Lady Jane Grey. Well, let me show you the actual painting. Now, This painting has haunted me for years. I actually saw it at the National Gallery. If you're in London, please go to the National Portrait Gallery. It is free, and you can see some very famous paintings. And trust me when I say this, at some point in life, you're going to come across that painting again. You're going to be like, I've seen that before. So, yeah, it almost looks like a photograph. And I forget when they painted this. I think it was back in 18 something, the execution of Lady Jane Grey. Okay, Paul, check one, two, three. What the hell is with this thing? I tell you, this is working my last nerve. Maybe I should just take the software out and install it again. I cannot believe this. Check one, two, three. I cannot believe this thing. It just, and it's such an expensive microphone. You have no idea how much this thing costs. It's one of those Shure microphones. I'm going to have to call them and tell them what's happening. I do apologize for that. It is very irritating. But yeah, when I saw this painting, the taffeta that she's wearing, it looks like taffeta, silk, silk taffeta, whatever it is. It has a sheen as though you could just reach out and touch it like it's real fabric. Like you could just grab that fabric she's wearing. And it creates this like ethereal effect for her. And if you don't know the story of Lady Jane Grey, she was supposed to become queen, but all of a sudden there was this groundswell of support for Queen Mary, Bloody Mary, as she became. And Lady Jane Grey, even though she was a teenager, they wanted to make sure that she wasn't any threat to Queen Mary. So she ended up going to the executioner. She was just a teenager, very young. Yeah, very young. She was, oh, you do? It's actually, oh, I see there. You love that painting? I used to go to the museum and just sits there and stares. Yeah, it's a beautiful painting. I was so captivated. And like the executioner, the tights that he's wearing, look at how that red is so rich. Everything about this painting, it just seems like a HD 4K photo or video or whatever. It's very high definition. You almost feel like you can just step into that space. So yeah. Are you serious? I'm so glad you told me that. I've seen Tisa Tail go through at least 3 microphones. Thank you for telling me that. I thought it was me. And I had this thing for a while and it was working just fine. Okay, I feel so much better. You have taken a great deal of stress off of me because I could not figure out for the life of me why all of a sudden this microphone started going wacky. I mean, I can't imagine I did anything different. I literally have it plugged directly into the computer, no adapter or anything. And for months, it was fine until it wasn't. Well, thank you, CK. That makes me feel better. Yeah, it is. It is very gruesome. Well, one of the emotions in this painting that kind of jumps out at you is notice how she steadies herself because she's wearing the blindfold. She's trying to steady herself so that she could, yeah, she's trying to orientate herself, I should say. But yeah, anyway, very, very, very powerful painting. Okay, let's move on. I found some of my favorite illustrations, so I thought I would share those with you before we start talking about him. Him. All of a sudden, Andrew has been targeted by accusations that he is a favorite of the Chinese or that he has been working with a Chinese spy. But why is that happening? Now, just for the record, I have to say I am very pleased that they're not trying to make some accusations about Harry. Um, and really, that would be impossible because Harry was very careful not to get caught up in any of that dodgy stuff going on with the Dumfries house. If you remember, they tried to imply that Harry had some association with all of that cash for honors people. And Harry was like, no, no, no. Harry put a stop to it before it even got started. But they wanted so desperately to pull him into that. They wanted Harry to make himself available to be photographed with those people, and Harry refused. And they try to imply that Harry's the dumb one. Anything but. And that has happened several times where before they left from over yonder, they would try to pull Harry into some of this weird stuff. Now, Dumfries House needed funding, right? And I'm going to continue to talk about Andrew, but just in case you ever wonder what that cast for honors is, Dumfries House is a country estate which has the best collection of Chippendale furniture anywhere in the world, about 60 pieces of Chippendale. And the house was going to be completely gutted. They were going to take everything to Christie's, I think it was, and um, they were going to, have a auction. Fortunately, now I do give Charles credit for this. Charles, the Prince of Wales, stopped it. I mean, literally, the trucks turned around. They were on the highway. They turned the trucks around or the lorries and brought everything back to the house. Because if they would have broke up that collection, it would have never been in the same space again. This is the only place where you can find such a well-preserved collection. So it is important. I think culturally, it's probably one of the most important houses in all of the United Kingdom, or maybe even all of Europe. And that's a stretch, but I'm telling you, it really is important to be intact. But the thing is, how do you pay for it? So Charles um, borrowed about 30, no, it was about, I think they wanted 40 million pounds for the estate. Charles loaned, I think, about 20 million. I can't remember the exact numbers. And then the rest of it came from donors. Uh-oh, here we go with the donors. But donors from all over the world, or people that he knows, people who themselves actually can use that house like a country estate because it's kind of like they own part of it. But I think basically the house may be deeded to Charles or the Prince's Trust or whatever it is. But I don't think that's where all the money went because, they said cash for honors and such. They would have loved to have pulled Harry into that some kind of way. And Harry was like, Harry did not trust them and did not want to be a part of any shady dealings. And so I can't say what part of the cash for honors went for the Dumfries house, but I do believe parts of it. And of course, it's all alleged because as far as I know, I don't think there's been anyone convicted. Now that Charles is king, he cannot be called to witness. And essentially, the investigation is dead, it's over. He did fire, um, oh gosh, what was his henchman? I mean, I'm sorry, his personal assistant, um, Foresight, Foresight, whatever Foresight. That guy had to go. And that was like maybe the second time he had been fired. Trust and believe he will be back. He started working for that family at age 19, and he's been in and out of employment ever since. YM Droid, if Prince Harry is what you see advertised as Royal Prince, then Andrew is most definitely the Timu version that's that actually shows up. Here, here, and thank you for 22 months membership. Out flipping standing. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much. But yes, you are looking at the Timu man, the Timu prince. All right. So, anyway, that's my explanation for the cash for honors. Andrew, on the other hand, he has some shady dealings of his own. I'm asking the question, not that I'm defending him, but why all of a sudden is Andrew in trouble? Now, this is a image created by none other. I know this one is Cold War Steve because I got it directly from his social media. But you can see right there, there's a lot of what appears to be evidence being shoveled into the fire. Oh, I'm sorry. I just took a good look at Andrew, but that is what appears to be a bunch of evidence being shoveled into the fire. And also, Andrew likes to have images of people that he loved and respect or felt close to hanging on the wall, like his friend Jeffrey is over his shoulder. And but yeah, so Cold War Steve uses cut, paste, edit, whatever, to create some of these images that says so much about the royal family or the British government and such. Usually a lot of fun. Sometimes he even goes after Donald Trump. He even made one for that sad little man, Dan Wooten. He made one for him in the past. But I tell you, you know you are somebody if Cold War Steve creates one of his images. But look at Andrew in the back there sipping some wine and looking over his shoulder. I love that. Andrew fears losing home. Now, this has been a threat for a while. Um, Prince Andrew's fears King Charles is forcing him out of his 30 million pound Windsor home, Royal Lodge. And of course, they say the annual maintenance cost about six figures over. So that means it's got to be at least over 100,000 pounds, or maybe more than that. But it takes a lot of money to run a country house. I mean, you have to have staff, people to clean it. And they say the place may be in a state of disrepair or is sliding into quite a state. And Charles is using that as leverage to get him out of there, saying that you cannot afford it. Go to Frogmore. And so far, Andrew has told Charles, go to hell. I'm not leaving. His mummy gave him a sweetheart deal using grace and favor to get him that place. The king is right to put as much distance as he can between himself and his brother. Ask any sensible person, however much of the monarchist, however much of a monarchist they may call themselves, whether Andrew should be living at Royal Lodge, and the answer would be, to quote Mrs. Thatcher's words of long ago, no, no, no. Advice ignored by ministers could have blocked Prince Andrew, should I say, spy. Dominic Greaves, the former Attorney General, tells The Observer he advised Tories to criminalize foreign agents in 2019. They have compared Andrew to a useful idiot. I guess the implication is, remember they said he got that money and they said the money was properly acquired? Remember they said that? This seems to imply otherwise. This seems to imply otherwise. Just the accusation of him being useful to some Chinese agent means that there must have been some favor involved. I'm going to assume it wasn't sexual. I'm just going to assume that nobody was shaking Andrew down for some loving. Like right there. How Prince Andrew became China's useful idiot. Duke's Beijing links go back to 2001 and survived that interview on Newsnight. You mean to tell me that there may have been some knowledge about this as far back as 2001? Why is it just coming out in 2024? Prince Andrew was regarded as a useful idiot by China during the relationships with the country, which spanned decades. The Duke of York links to Beijing stretch back to at least 2001 when he was made trade envoy on his retirement from the Royal Navy. After 2010, when David Cameron's government cozied up to China, the Duke made ever more frequent visits. So he was working for them. He was working for the government. He was a trade envoy. Now they make him sound like he's a traitor. And then, of course, all of the tabloids are pulling out images of Andrew with Jing. Is that Zing or is that Winnie the Pooh? Oh, I shouldn't say that. I don't want to get in trouble. You know, Winnie the Pooh has been outlawed in China. Winnie the Pooh supposedly looks like the president of China. Okay. All right. All right. The sound is back. So once again, I'm going to ask the question. That is Winnie the Pooh and who? Now, I know what the tiger's name is, but doesn't that sound a little bit too close to being a bit, I don't know, racist? I don't want to say it because I don't want to get in trouble, but I'll let one of you all say it. Yes, yes, Lady T. I'm not comfortable with that. The I'm not comfortable with that. Couldn't they have found somebody else to put next to Winnie the Pooh? Are you trying to say that's Winnie the Pooh and Obama in so many other ways they could say it? But I'm just not comfortable saying that. I'm like, wait a minute. I know that's a little bit too close. I think that they're trying to mess with us. That's like a double entendre or something like that. They're messing with us. They are messing with us. Anyways, before I get in trouble, let me stop. Y'all know how my man work. Yeah. Winnie the Pooh and his companion. Let's just say Winnie the Pooh and his companion. I know, Lady T, that is just a little bit too close for comfort. Now, that's why when I saw it, I'm just like, oh, here's another one. Okay, wait, I'll show you. Yeah, I think I'm gonna call and complain about that. I got that from there we go. Oh, it won't let me open up that one. But that's okay. I'm gonna save it for evidence in case I need it. In case there's a civil suit. I'm gonna save it for evidence. That's very rude, I think. Very rude. Oh, wait a minute. I got to show you this one. Hold on. I got to show this one to you. Listen, we're supposed to be talking about Andrew. Now, I got to get back over to Andrew, and I'm sitting up here talking about Winnie the Pooh. Hold on. Let me let me grab this one too. Okay, ready? Oh, oh my goodness. Now who did that? Who did that? Somebody is being very shady now. Somebody is being very shady. Do you guys know how much trouble I would be in if I was in China right now? They would probably take my passport. They would probably take my passport. Mm-mm-mm. Wait, I got another one for you. One more, and then we have to move on. Okay, you ready for it? Y'all ready for it? One more. I cannot believe I'm doing this. Now, who did that? Was that nice? Was that really necessary? That is a very serious global leader. He's the head of the state for the largest nation in the world's second largest economy. Who would disrespect him like that? Now, if I was him, I wouldn't take that. Now, and listen, if there are any Chinese spies around, I did not make this. Somebody else did. Okay, okay. We've had our fun. Let's get back to the sick old man. But that was fun though. Okay, let's get back to the sick old man. Um Now you'll never be able to look at him with a straight face. So the Sunday papers are going to run with more of this stuff about Duke spy went to palace. I feel like they are really, really going after Andrew. But why? Why all of a sudden they're saying that these possible connections go all the way back to 2001. So why are they after him now? Why are they after him now? And even if Andrew knew some very shady people, I have to ask this question. If he's not the Prince of Wales, if he was not ever that close to the throne, not since the birth of his two nephews, how much secrets could he possibly have? What kind of access does he know about? If these state secrets are on a need to know basis, how much stuff would he even know? You know what I'm saying? I mean, there is information out there that is available to certain people in government, but did they ever trust Andrew to go and sit down at the MI5, MI6, or places like that? Yes, CK. The focus on Andrew is a distraction. And I don't want people to think that I'm in a position where I'm trying to defend him, but I'm just trying to understand why all of a sudden Andrew, as though something has changed. The palace believes that as a non working royal, the Duke's income and tax arrangements are a matter for him and His Majesty's revenue and customs. Now, this was recent. In terms of how he is paying for Royal Lodge, Sky News understands the royal household has been given assurance that his sources of income are all above board. However, it is not in their remit to vet or approve those sources. It sees it as a job for the Crown Estate, which manages properties in the likes of the Windsor Estate. So Peter Hunt said the palace is doing everything in its power to say nothing to do with us, Gov, right? Nothing to do with us, Governor. Yeah, Governor, nothing to do with us. They'll soon realize denial won't help them with the Andrew um, contagion. He's a senior royal. They'll have to come clean about his money. They're helped by a media happy not to question the spin. So, if Peter Hunt is correct, it really doesn't matter whether they want to owe up to it or not. Andrew has been getting money from somewhere, and they made believe that the money was not from any place dodgy or shady. They made everybody believe that the money did not come from any place shady or dodgy. Yet all of a sudden, Andrew has a big target on him. Why? So, as you can see, Andrew has found himself wandering the woods. And some of you are old enough to remember a show called Fix My Life or Fix It. Well, Andrew, he had a show called Mama Fix It. Mom fixed it for me. Yes, she did. She gave him a palatial home on the grounds of the Windsor estate. But yeah, the actual show was, Savile. That was Savile's show. But someone created a parody image of Prince Andrew as Savile or Savile, or or as I like to say, Savage. Just that name is enough to trigger some people, as well it should. But you guys, that should not disrupt the musical called Prince Andrew the Musical. Yes, I don't know where they're touring right now, but for a while they had the Prince Andrew musical this time last year, stream free on all of Channel 4. Um, yeah, it was a real thing. It was the Prince Andrew musical. I don't know what kind of crowds they were able to draw, but as you could see, they found an actor who is not nearly as pudgy and revolting looking, but still, the basic silhouette of Andrew, the sick old man, um, is there. Now, I actually managed to find some of the songs from Andrew the Sick Old Man, and it just seems like they just took some, contemporary songs that's been around, and they just changed the words. Like, if I were a sick old man, doesn't that sound just like Fiddler on the Roof? If I was a sick old man. And this one, I swear they got this from Yentl. Mama, can you save me? Mama, can you save me? But that's not all. I'm trouble. I'm your brother. Yeah, I forgot what song that was based on. Oh yeah, and this one. This crime is your crime. This crime is my crime. From up in Dorchester down to Blackpool Alley. I forget how the song goes. And then, of course, the crowd favorite, Don't Epstein on My Parade. Don't tell me not to fly. I simply got to. If someone takes a spill and make a deal with the FBI, it's me and not you. Who told you not to rain on my Epstein parade? Do you remember that song? Or how about this one? Don't cry for me, Beatrice and Eugenie. I know it sounds like I'm singing the soundtrack from Evita. And then, of course, Show Broke. And Fats. Fats. I know it sounds a lot like the hit musical Cats, but I can assure you that the song is called Fats. Midnight, make a trip to the refrigerator because I can't sleep. Well, anyway, you know how it is. But all of those songs, yes, they sound like other musicals, but trust me when I say it. Oh, Show Broke. Show Broke. That's the one that sounds just like Showboat. Show Broke, Showboat. Right. That one sounds just like Showboat. That old Jeffrey Epstein, he got me in trouble. That old Jeffrey Epstein, he got me in trouble. That old Jerry. Wait, I'm sorry. Uh, you know which one I'm talking about. Showboat. It's just that they changed the words. That old Maxine. Let me stop. But anyway, you get the point. So if you go down, Uh, if you go down to see Andrew the musical, you will be able to hear all of those songs sung by whoever this actor is. Um, but I think my favorite one is Don't Cry for Me, Beatrice and Eugenie. Don't cry for me, Beatrice and Eugenie. The truth is, I don't think they saw me. They have no evidence, no DNA specimens. I'm the king's brother. They'll never catch me. Oh, look who's here. Look who's here. Facts and Two Cents Pedo. You guys, you got to watch Pedo from today. Pedo put it to the metal. Do you hear me? It was Pedo to the metal. Pedo was working on Thomas Kingston, one of my favorite cases, the curious case of Thomas Kingston. And when I say Petal showed out, she showed up and showed out. So you guys got to go over and watch it. If you have been keeping up with all of this, where's Kate Middleton? Sure. But Thomas Kingston doesn't get enough attention. And excuse me, one of the things that Petal had mentioned was those royal reporters asking not asking questions, making the statement about William's absence had nothing to do with Thomas Kingston. You all know that that is the one that has lingered on my palate for a long time. Why in the world did they offer that information and nobody? It's like, thank you, but I wasn't even thinking about it. I didn't even think about it till they said something. I'm telling you, I'm gonna have to go back and watch it again. I am. I'm gonna have to go back and watch it again because it was the weirdness of Thomas Kingston and William's absence. And the thing is, some of those absences I didn't even know about. I don't know how you found it, Pedal. I'm telling you, that was absolutely brilliant. Brilliant. Yeah, I saw some stuff I hadn't even seen before, and y'all know I've been watching this. So let me put the link so you all can get over there and see it. Absolutely. Okay. Oh, oh, let me see. There we go. Okay, there you go. It's at the top of the chat. That is the link for a pedal of facts and two cents. You can go over there and try to figure out what is this very odd connection. Why is it so difficult to get William to go places where Thomas Kingston has gone to, and like wedding days and such? Very strange. Very, very strange. But we'll gossip about that some more later. Thank you so much, Pedal, for being here. Um, Holidays are coming. So here's a picture of an ugly sweater. Get it? An ugly sweater. Not like the sweaters that people wear with, well, you guys in the UK call it jumper. Well, over here we call it a sweater. So whether it's a Christmas sweater or whether it's Andrew, the sick old man, is still an ugly sweater. That is like some of the ugliest sweater I ever seen in my life. So I hope that made sense. But yeah, I didn't make this myself. Somebody else made it. And of course, I quickly stuck it in my archives for just such an occasion. Oh, you're welcome. Like I said, it was brilliant. Oh, you just don't know. I'm always going on and on about Pedo being able to take some of those loose threads and connect them and create a tapestry like no one else. It's incredible. Investigative report. I love it. And of course, Thank goodness the Sussex is left because they would love to show pictures like this. But since Harry and Meghan ain't there, let it be their problem. That will be something William will inherit. What in the world do you do about Uncle Andy? And I wonder if Andrew is going to walk with the family at Christmas again this year. Remember how last year he went stumping past everybody like he was the most important person? Yeah, Prince Andrew tells freezing royal fans in Sandringham crowd to stand on newspaper. Now, you know that has taken a whole new meaning to stand on newspaper so she can keep warm as the advice is branded bizarre. And it was strange. Why would you tell people to stand on newspapers? That was strange. And as you can see, the reactions of the people, he had said something to them about why are you all here in the cold? And um, so do you just aim your phone at people? It was very strange. They recorded it. And I probably shared it last time, but I don't have it now. But they recorded it, and it was just like, look at the looks on their faces. You would think that he had just like stepped out of a spaceship or something and started walking toward them. They are just like, why are you even here? But I have to say, they were very polite and respectful. But that one guy, see the picture on the top right? Look at the one with the black beanie on his head. He looks like he's ready to lunge and go after him. And the lady with the white hair in the middle there, her mouth is just like, what? Lex says, do people forget they said uh yes? Yeah. Yes, they do. I wish I could find a proper article about that. Thank you so much for the super sticker, a super chat. I wish I can find an article about that. I would surely share it if I can find it in print. But yeah, and of course, like anybody with a lot of things on their conscience, Andrew takes a look back toward the crowd as he makes his way into church, wondering if he's going to be snatched by the FBI because you know they really want to talk to him. They really want to talk to him. Yeah, look at him. That is sheer panic on his face. I could not imagine a reason for him to have that look on his face if he wasn't guilty of something. Of something. But then again, he always kind of looks that way. I mean, look at that one. This is where which daughter is that? This is where she gets that from. The one who has those eyes, she gets that from her dad. And let me remind you all that Amy Robach of ABC News um, wanted to break the story about, you know, Epstein and Andrew and all that kind of stuff. And they wouldn't let her do it. They wouldn't let her do it. And somehow there was a video leaked, which finds its way around the interweb, where you can hear her frustration about the fact that she would not get any support from her network when she wanted to break that story because they were afraid that they were going to lose access to Willie Leaks and Kitty. And I believe at the time they were going to do their North American tour, and they had threatened to cut out ABC from any coverage of future weddings or funerals or state events. So they decided to take a big step back and just leave it alone. But also, there are some very powerful people that would definitely have been called out if they would have run with that story. They did everything they could to try to suppress anything to do with that story, but eventually it came out. But just think, had it come out sooner, how many victims could have been spared, at least from that group of people? So that is something that we'll always have to wonder about. And there's Andrew, the sick old man. Look at him with that little chubby, fat, greasy hand. Toodles, toodles, toodles. Cheers, toodles. Thank you. My back feels much better. Toodles. I mean, he just thought he was so clever, peeking around the corner with those shifty eyes. He thought this was just the height of cleverness. Toodles. Yep. Toodles. Oh, well. And of course, a woman hammers on window of Duke of York's Range Rover as he drives through Windsor Great Park before she gets talking uh, talking to by cops. Ooh, they just spoke to her. Well, that's good. But the only uniform Andrew should be allowed to wear, that's the one that he should be allowed to wear. Now, as you guys know, this is keening season. Keening season is that time of year. I think it comes around twice a year when Kate is keen to do something and they make a big announcement about it. Now, keening season is not only for Kate because William is keen to be a global statesman. William is keen to end homelessness as we know it. William is keen to change the way we talk about homelessness. William is keen to build housing for the homeless. William is keen to bring peace to the Middle East. That is his life's mission. William is keen to purge all the ivory from the royal collection. William is keen to make sure it ain't too many black people in Africa so he can have more animals to shoot at. William has keen to do a lot of stuff too. But Kate is the queen of keen. Kate keen to bury Hatchet in royal row over sake for sake of Archie, George, Charlotte, and Louis. And then, of course, Kate was very keen here. Kate is very keen to stop the constant comparisons between herself and Meghan. Really? Really? Was she really keen to do that? Kate keen to not upstage Camilla as she is aware hierarchy, says experts. Well, that didn't work out. That's why Kate is being punished now and cannot wear tiaras because she kept upstaging Godzilla, the queen consort. Let me see. What else is Kate keen to do? Kate Middleton is keen to look past protocol and made up surprise moves, says expert. You know what? They just literally sit back and think of stuff and just write it, submit it, and then it goes into print. They do. They just think of things. I'm sure half of this has nothing to do with Kate. Kate Middleton keen to keep away from Harry and Meghan at tense event, says expert. Is that what she keen to do? Kate and Prince William keen for Prince George to have official role in King Charles' coronation. Okay, they managed to do that one. Keen Gardner, Kate joins children's picnic. She inspired as at now you see that's one of the places where she got in trouble. She showed up early at that Chelsea Flower Show, and that was supposed to be a big outing for Charles and his side piece. And when she showed up, all of the press that was supposed to cover Charles and Godzilla actually covered Kate. And Camilla was hot because all of the papers ran with images of Kate. That was not supposed to happen. Also, Prince William have a modern coronation. The prince and princess of are the prince and princess of Keen are keen to do things their way. I remember that one. All of the, and listen, you guys, you all know that that is offensive because it upstages Charles. It's Charles' coronation. William is late because he stopped to make a video that he could post on social media and was late getting to Westminster Abbey. They literally made a video before they left home. Just like William went to South Africa and said that he's going to do things differently when he becomes king. All of this talk, and so, you know what? I really do believe that William believes that Charles is fighting for his life. Even if he's not, William wants to believe that because he can't wait to be king. He really cannot wait to be king. It's just like when someone is confused about their sexuality and they marry, let's say, the opposite sex. I'm just using this as a hypothetical, as though the opposite sex partner is going to cure them from the feelings that they have about a same sex partner. Y'all get where I'm going with this? So, William, and I know this is a real stretch, but stay with me. William is keen to believe that all of the shortcomings he has as Prince of Wales, which are the same shortcomings he had as the Duke of Cambridge, is going to be cured once he becomes king. He is suddenly going to become a better person. Now, I know that was a stretch, but are y'all picking up what I'm putting down? Are you picking up what I'm putting down? That is what I believe is that William wants to believe that his father is near the edge and gave Trump the impression that his father was keen to go to that storm shelter. He wants them to believe that his father is keen to go to that storm shelter over at the St. George Chapel. He's keen to get down in there with Philip and the Queen and his grandfather and the Queen mother. They want him. He wants. I'm gonna get in so much trouble, but he wants people to believe that Charles is keen to go to the other side. I don't know if he's that keen for Camilla, but he's definitely keen for Charles to go. So much so that he led Trump to believe that Charles only got a week or two to live. That's a hell of a thing to do. These two usurpers, and listen, I'm not defending Charles and Camilla from Will and Kate. I'm just gossiping and pointing out the obvious that those two are troublemakers. And this is why Kate cannot go to places with Camilla. Camilla do not want her around because between the two of them, they are usurpers and they are overstepping the mark. They are literally planning funerals for the current king and queen so that they can hurry up and get on the throne. That's very strange. That is very, very strange. Yeah, he'll still be lazy. He will still lack preparation. He's still going to be the same out of sort person that he always has been. There are people like Tina Brown. Tina Brown, even though she can be revolting, if you read between the lines, Tina Brown is saying they're not ready. They are not ready. I don't know. I don't know. I don't think it would really take any outside influence. William has a very strong will. He doesn't listen to people. And Tina Brown said he is surrounded by sycophants. Now, the only time that other people, other than the usual people that, you know, make sense from time to time, when William had said that thing about it's time to stop the war in in Palestine or in Israel, whatever he said, when he tried to say that it's time to stop, then people in the government got on his case. And I remember the one guy said that William needs to stop trying to compete with his brother and get on with his charities and other stuff, meaning do not speak for the government. But it was the government, I believe, that was trying to do, I don't know what their point was, but the government prepared that statement that William put on social media. But he got the slap down very soon thereafter. Do not meddle in things that you do not understand, Junior. That was the point. You're meddling with stuff that you do not understand. And after that, you cannot pay him to say Israel. You can't pay him to say Middle East, which, of course, is not a war, it's a genocide. It's not a war, it's a genocide. Just so that we know on the record, it's not a war, it's a genocide. Okay. Let me see here. Yeah, I cannot tell you the last time that I've seen Charles and William speak to one another. I cannot tell you the last time that Charles and William spoke to one another publicly. I've not seen that. Maybe I just haven't seen it, but I can tell you the last time I saw it. Oh, how's this? How art runs in the royal family. Kate is keen to pass skills down to George. Something tells me that won't be difficult. Prince George close knit support that Kate Middleton and Prince William are keen for him to. Okay, you guys, this is the last keen. I promise you, this is the absolute last keen. Are you ready for it? Okay. Princess Kate keen to show herself as regular person at Wimbledon with humble gesture. Okay, that's the last of Keening Kate. So all I can say is Keening season is coming to a Kate Middleton near you. It usually happens just after Christmas and when they are on their way back from their summer vacation. Those are the Keening seasons. Now, just to be fair, I don't want to disparage anyone. That is not my goal. And to be fair to Kate Middleton, I thought it was fair to reach out to Kensington Palace for comment in case Kate Middleton feels as though I overstepped the mark or I said something that she disagrees with. So, Kate?
Well, obviously, it'd be. I would love to have met her, and she's obviously she's an inspirational woman to look up to. Obviously, on to this day, and going forward and things. It is. It's a wonderful family. The members who I've met have achieved a lot, and very inspirational. So, yeah, I do.
I saw, okay, it's okay, girl. We know you do. We know you do. And we gonna remember that you do. So it's okay. Um, uh, I just like to be fair. I like to be fair. I don't want anyone to think that I'm picking on her. Let me see. Will not overstepped when Liz died. They went from Kensington Royal to the Prince and Princess of Wales the day she died. They did not wait for her to bury. Yeah, well, you know what? I remember that in between between the announcement of Prince and Princess of Wales, I believe within an hour they were the Duke and Duchess of Cornwall. I repeat, they immediately became the Duke and Duchess of Cornwall. I don't know what the rush was about. I don't know if they took her temperature or saw if there was any, cloud on the mirror or a spoon or whatever, but they literally raced to the social media and quickly became the Duke and Duchess of Cornwall. Now, Charles, very soon thereafter, conferred the title of Prince and Princess of Wales. Now, it is not automatic. You don't just die and the next in line becomes Prince and Princess of Wales. That must be conferred by the sovereign. So it was up to Charles to give them that title. So he quickly gave it to them. And I don't know if he did that because he just wanted to, or was it because his stupid son quickly jumped and put that Duke and Duchess of Cornwall. That was very, very reckless. That title, Duchess of Cornwall, was Camilla's for a long time. And I think it would have caused confusion for them to be referred to as the Duke and Duchess of Cornwall minutes after the Queen took her last breath. It's that kind of stuff like that that is the reason why he is going to be trouble when he finally gets the big job. I don't know what the hurry was. I do not understand what the hurry was, but they did that immediately. Thank you, Hazel Jones. Glad the Sussex is left. Meghan was in that narcissistic power struggle. They hated Meghan because of her joy and love. She didn't climb the mattress like the others. Here, here. Yep. She didn't climb up on those mattresses like those others did. Oh, okay. All right. Thank you all for getting in on this gossip. I'm enjoying it. Let me see here. Okay. Yes, keep it coming. I'm enjoying this. I'm keening for a time travel machine 4 years from now. Por favor, s'il vous plaît. Por favor, s'il vous plaît. And bonne nuit, très magnifique, and all that other stuff. Okay. Now, I found this from last year. You know, this happened last December. Do you remember when Kate and William was being shady toward Crown Princess Victoria when they came to visit? Um, well, this guy Darren Brown, unbelievable at the Royal Variety. Both were very lovely and terrific at the meet and greet. Um, Incidentally, when she shook hands with me, she pressed a tiny piece of folded paper into my palm. I looked at it later. It just had one word written inside. Now, you know what? I totally forgot what that was about. I do believe that that was supposed to be some kind of joke or something like that. But this didn't really actually track until the whole "Where's Kate Middleton?" Right? That's when this became a thing. It was very, very funny. Kate's hair looks like it is a wig. It is a wig. Around the end of last year, she started wearing wigs. It was very evident that she was wearing wigs. You can see the colors don't even match. The color and the texture doesn't match her hair. So, yeah, it is very clear that she was wearing wigs this time last year. Uh TC, right? Thank you so much for the Cash App. And thank you for watching Royal Sussex. Okay, just got a Cash App just now. Thank you very much for that. Now, you guys, the only other thing that happens more, actually, no, I'm going to take that back. The one thing that happens a lot, but not much is keening. Well, you know what? I'm not sure. I don't know which happens more, keening season or the royal family's secret weapon. Oh, they love themselves a secret weapon. And yes, Tom Parker Bowles is the latest secret weapon. Yep, he is. Tom Parker Bowles is the royal family's latest secret weapon. The British royal family's PR machine must be running out of spit and polish because now we're being asked to believe that Tom Parker Bowles, yes, that Tom Parker Bowles, is the Windsor's latest secret weapon. Apparently, Camilla's food critic son is set to spend Christmas at Sandringham, wielding his culinary charm to distract us from, well, everything else. But let's be real, the idea of Tom as some kind of strategic marvel um, is so laughable, it almost makes Prince Andrew seem plausible as a charity ambassador. Oh, this is great. This was written by J.P. Kanobo. Yeah. I've shared a few of the articles from this person. Um, this isn't the first time the royals have dragged a random relative out of the woodwork and slapped a secret weapon sticker on them. Remember when little Prince Louis was heralded as the great hope of the monarchy PR because he pulled some faces at the Jubilee? Or when Mike Tyndall, former rugby player and professional lad, and what almost appeared to be a baking soda fan, um, was trotted out on I'm a Celebrity to remind us that the Royals are just like us. Spoiler alert, they're not. They are absolutely not. Um, and neither was he, but sure, Mike tells of what is it, splitting his trousers in front of Princess Anne were exactly what the monarchy needed to stop the murmurs about corruption. You see what I mean? It's lots of things like that that they use to distract from other stuff. And this is when they're not going after Harry and Meghan. Let's just say that these things are used when they can't think of something to say about Harry and Meghan. Not that that ever stopped them, but just so you know. Sloth was pop when the Sloth was pop when the Goonies with the Goonies. That is, he liked chocolate. Thank you so much for that. Thank you for that, Legs. um, let me see. Where did I? Oh yeah, there we go. Tom Barker Bowes, though, that's scraping the barrel even by Windsor standards. If Tom is a secret weapon, then I'm rightful heir to the throne. That's I'm sorry. What's blah, one more time? What's he going to do? Charm the nation with his opinions on restaurant decor? Maybe he'll disarm royal critics by whipping up a nice souffle. Or look, I'm sorry. Oh, look, everyone. Tom made some was it passe? Who cares about centuries of inherited privilege now? All right. Oh, there we go. And and can we talk about the word secret for a moment? There's nothing remotely secret about these so-called secret weapons. They're about as stealthy as a trooping the colors. The moment Louis waved at the camera or Zara Phillips married Mike Tyndall, the royal spin doctors were on it faster than you can say platinum jubilee. Platinum jubilee. Platinum jubilee. Okay, let me pull that out the way. And these secret weapons aren't weapons at all. They're distractions, shiny baubles designed to keep us looking anywhere but at the glaring problems. Never mind the British public growing disinterest in funding a family of multimillionaires and and cut ribbons. Quick, look at Mike Tyndall's sparkly shorts on TV. Isn't he related? I love that. Quick, look at Mike Tyndall's sparkly shorts. Isn't he relatable? Of course he is. That's why he's a secret weapon. Well, a secret weapon. And now we're supposed to get excited about Tom Parker Bowles spending Christmas with the Royals. Maybe he'll be the one to bridge the gap between the Spencers and the firm. Perhaps he'll finally convince William that an exhibition about homelessness won't exactly end homelessness. Now, if he could do that, I will be one of his fans. Or maybe, just maybe, he'll fade into the background like all others' secret weapons before him, leaving us wondering why we ever cared in the first place. Let's face it, the Windsor's greatest secret weapon in the British public's astonishing ability to forget. Is the British public's astonishing ability to forget. Uh, Forget the scandals, forget the embarrassments, forget the years of austerity while they swan about in gold carriages. And if we ever stop forgetting, we'll just dig up another Parker Bowles, Tyndall, or Cambridge toddler to wave at us and hope we're distracted long enough to move on. So here's to Tom, the new, not so secret weapon. Good luck, mate. You're going to need it, but let's not pretend you're anything more than a posh fig leaf on a very bare royal tree. Oof. Now that is some good writing. That is some good writing. I love that. And once again, that is by J.P. Canabo. Canabo. Love that. Oh, here's to some secret weapons of the past. Yeah. Now, when I saw that article, I went to my archives and I started digging out some of the old stuff that I had. Now, one of the squatties put that collage on the left side together. And I don't remember where I got it from, but Tom Parker Bowles, secret weapon. This is not the first time they declared he was a secret weapon. This is not the first time. This is just another time because they tend to do it repeatedly. King Charles, secret weapon, Sophie Wessex, tipped to become new Duchess of Edinburgh. Edinburgh. And then, of course, oh, these are kind of bad. I can barely see that. The rise and the rise, right? The rise and rise of Countess of Wessex. Okay. Secret weapon. They said that on her 58th birthday. And then 19-year-old secret weapon. Now they're talking about Lady Louisa. You can barely see the top of her head up there, but that's Lady Louisa. And let me see, Camilla, the royal family's surprising best weapon. Kate Middleton at 40. Why these photographs prove she is the palace's secret weapon. And then there's Lady Louisa. Remember, I just told you, you're never just secret weapon once. You are repeatedly a secret weapon. So Lady Louisa, something. Oh, Lady Louisa Windsor, the monarchy's new secret weapon. Oh, okay. And then, of course, there's Sophie. She's a secret weapon again. There's Sophie again. And then Zara. Well, Jumpin' Jack Flash. Zara. Secret weapon Zara, time to shine. Zara, the tongue ring Tyndall, is a secret weapon. Why Prince George? Yeah, why Prince George's school photos are the best weapon royal family has in fight for survival. Sophie, there she is again, secret weapon. Lady Louisa, she's another secret weapon again. Kate Middleton is Queen's secret weapon. The monarchy's secret weapon. Lady Louisa shunned the spotlight and taken a summer job. Okay, so she's a secret weapon again. Mia Tyndall. Mia Tyndall. She's a secret weapon. Kate became royal family secret weapon. I'm kind of all over the place. Prince Harry was supposed to be William's secret weapon. Woo! Harry was supposed to be William's secret weapon when Will became king. Well, he blew that one, didn't he? Anyway, you guys, you get the point. Once a secret weapon, always a secret weapon. But the biggest secret is, how in the world do you help them? I don't know. Now, King Charles urged to send firms secret weapon to deal with Prince Harry and Meghan. A royal commentator suggests there is only one senior working royal who can put an end to Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's drama with the royal family once and for all. Now, if I'm correct, I believe that was supposed to be Princess Anne, the Princess Royal. She was supposed to be the royal family's secret weapon that was supposed to go to the United States, to Montecito, and as you know, wait for it, in Montecito, wait, where is it? Oh, there it is. In Montecito, there are no leaks. Well, yeah, she was supposed to go to Montecito and get her feelings hurt. I think the best thing to do is to go to somebody's house unannounced and try to tell them what they should and should not do. That is a great way to find out what the other person's secret weapon is. You know what I'm saying? At least where I come from, you'll find out that there's other secret weapons. Are you picking up what I'm putting down? Come to my house and tell me what to do. You'll find out there's some secrets over here too. Lots of secrets. Hospitalized secrets. Pumpkin head secrets. What do you call it? Hairline fracturable secrets. That's what kind of secrets we got over here. Staples and stitches types of secrets. Yeah, just show up and tell me what to do. I'll show you some secrets. Yeah, there you go. Okay, I think I used that one twice. Yes, that's right. Those kind of secrets too. I like that kind of secret. That's another type of secret right there. is the FAFO secrets. Thank you, Adrian Burrow. Those are secrets too. Oh, knuckle sandwich secrets. Thank you, millionaire. Yeah, there you go. Now that's another kind of secret. Yep, the old knuckle dusters. Those are secrets too. The hot oil secret, the boiling water secret. It's all kind of secrets in people's houses, which is why you shouldn't show up unannounced with an agenda. But anyway, that's enough about them secrets. So you probably don't know this, but for the past 4 days, Prince Edward and Sophie, the Countess of Wessex, has been on an action-packed royal tour of the Cayman Islands and Turks and Caicos, the tropical, locale and busy itinerary should have provided royal reporting gold, especially after the couple have been hailed by the British media as what? The family's secret weapon and central figures for the future of the monarchy. Okay, I was wrong. I still got one more secret weapon. Despite the hype, no one, including said press, appears to be watching at the time of writing. I can only find a tiny handful, around 8 articles about their visit online. Two of them belong to the Cayman Compass and the Cayman News Service. Instead, media outlets have kept the focus on a couple they repeatedly call irrelevant, Harry and Meghan. Okay. Okay. Yes, the secret jewels. Yeah, the jewelry secret. Thank you. That's another secret. That's another one of those secrets. Told you they got all kind of secrets now. So yeah, there you go. Um, Sophie and Edwina, they're such great secret weapons. Nobody even knew they left the. They are such a secret. Nobody even realized they left the country. Now that's a secret weapon, isn't it? Nobody noticed they left the country. You would think that somebody would have gone over to their house and had a well-being check, right? Because it was such a secret, they didn't even know to go check because they didn't know they left the country. Now that's a secret. Gotta love a secret. Now, William, relying on stepbrother Tom after efforts to speak out on Harry shut down. Camilla had no endgame and married King Charles for love, her son says. Well, you guys, I do suppose that they have been prepping and priming the public to bring this ogre, Camilla's big mouth son. They have been priming us for the day that he would appear in court. I mean, the royal court, not the court of law, the royal court. They have been priming us for that. So they're using the excuse, we talked about this before. They're using the excuse that Camilla has had health problems and Charles has had health problems. So secret weapon Tom Parker Bowles is coming to the rescue. And that's not a secret. See there? I started pulling out my receipts. Queen Camilla's son says she was pinned down she was pinned down in her bed by a ghost. By a ghost. Remember that one? That one was from September. Tom Parker, you know what it sounds like to me? It doesn't sound to me like it was a ghost that pinned her down. It sounds to me, what it sounds like is that somebody who needed some money for some party favors, if you know what I mean, disguised themselves and held down his mama and went through her purse and got some money so that they can go out and party. That's what it sounded like to me. That happens a lot where a aging old relic pensioner retiree is in the safety of their home, and somehow an intruder or ghost, no signs of forced entry, end up holding the pensioner down and and running their hands through her purse until they get enough money to go to the club and hang out with their friends. That's probably what happened. It was probably the ghost of some young person that used to live in that house. And you guys, I am really, really talking too much tonight. Let me move on. Tom Parker Bowles says King Charles is the kindest, most knowledgeable, lovely man. Did you hear that? Tom Parker Bowles says King Charles, the kindest, most knowledgeable, lovely man. The restaurant critic praised the monarch's kindness and knowledge. Now, I suppose the Christmas campaign must have started in October because it's December. And guess what? Now he's got an invitation to Christmas. So if you guys are near Sandringham this time next year, around the month of October, start going to the newspapers and telling them that King Charles III is the kindest, most knowledgeable, lovely man. And you too might get an invitation to spend Christmas with King Charles III and Camilla, the Queen Consort. It worked for Tom Parker Bowles. It worked for Tom Parker Bowles. Now he's going to spend Christmas with them. And I believe he's bringing his children too. Oh, look at there. Prince sets up trust fund for Camilla's son and daughter. He must have been giving these kind words and generous thoughts to Charles for a while because apparently, according to the Evening Standard, Charles got them all set up anyway. Camilla's children tipped for new royal titles. Duchess crowned queen with king. Yeah. Well, Prince Charles may bestow a new title upon the children of his wife Camilla, Duchess of Cornwall, after he accedes to the throne, according to a royal author. Now, they were still calling her Duchess of Cornwall then, but that was before we knew that they wanted her to become, queen, because originally she was supposed to be princess consort, not to upset people who loved and remembered Princess Diana. Well, once they realized they can get away with it, they said, well, just call her queen. I don't even think she has enough of a conscience to be guilty. Oh, look what I found. A plastic princess designed to breed. Do you remember that article from what's her name? Hillary. What was her name? Hillary something. Mantel, right? Hillary Mantel. Um, Someone shared that again today. These royal wives are treated like horses, cattle. That's why they are so angry at Harry for treating his wife with love and dignity. They are angry at Meghan because she was a woman of substance way before she joined that family, way back before William settled with Murdoch headlines like these were a thing, right? Um, yeah. So anyway, thank you, SK, for sharing that with us. Yeah, it was Hillary Mantel that said that Kate was like a plastic doll. A plastic was like a jointed doll with something joints that could be bent any way you want it. But yeah, I believe William and Kate, did they sue about that article? I think they sued because of that article. Oh, well. Yeah, they have been talking about replacing Harry and Meghan for a long time. Did so and so become the new secret weapon? Will they replace Harry and Meghan? So and so has finally replaced Harry and Meghan. They have said that a million times. Wow, Oprah Winfrey nearly gives Gail King a heart attack at her surprise birthday video. And you know what? I think I forgot to download the video. Let me see if I can grab it. Oh, okay. Well, I think you just heard part of it. Can you hear that? I'm gonna download it. Give me a second. Yeah, give me a second. I'm gonna share it with you. I gotta record it first. This is frightening, though. Poor Gail King. You can see she just. Okay. Wait, did I record it? Yes, I did. All right. Woo, God. I don't want to hear that again. All right. Give me just a second. I will share it with you. You will see that she nearly came out of her skin. She got the fright of her life. Okay, that one, almost. Okay, almost, you guys. I'm still here. I'm just trying to get this set up for you. So I got to save it. And then I got to move it over. Because I forgot to download it. Anyway, Oprah says my bestie of 50 years is turning 70. So we gathered everyone that loved her to celebrate a hard thing to surprise her. Oprah, the story. Wait, the story we have. Oh, anyway, it's ready for you guys. Give me a second here. Give me just a second. Okay. You might want to turn your sound down because it was scary. It was a bit scary. Okay, how come that's not working? Let me try it this way. Ah, there we go. Have you ever listen, you all, please don't do that to me. Please do not do that to me. I'm not sure that I would survive that. I'm not sure I would survive it. That was pretty bad. That was pretty bad. I mean, look at her. She almost jumped out of her skin. I don't think she was pretending. I think she was scared. I think she was scared. My goodness. My goodness. Let me see. I'm still very upset that the mystery of Tom Parker Bowles' increasingly expanding faith. Yes. When are we going to have a conversation about that? When are we going to have a conversation about Tom Parker Bowles' ever expanding face? Because it is overwhelming to look at. Yes, Tom Parker Bowles. I told you, it to me, it just looks like he could just turn his head sideways and just swallow the next person's entire head. Like he could just go, go. I have a feeling that you could take a bowling ball and just push it into his face and it would disappear into his mouth. And then he can close his mouth and you won't even see it. He is a very bizarre looking individual. He looks like somebody who grew up too close to like a nuclear power plant. Why does he remind me of that movie? What was that movie? Feed Me. Feed Me. What's the one with the plant? The man eating plant. That's what he reminds me of. Oh well. Oliver Girl says, "We believe in your microphone, Baron. It will come through." Yeah. Well, I'm gonna I'm gonna have to give them a call at Shure and see if there's some kind of fix for it, or maybe they just need to send me another microphone. Maybe that's what it is. They just need to send me another one. But now that I know that, what's her name? Hey, what's up, Sussex Squad? Hey, what's up, Sussex Squad? Come on inside, you guys. Close the door. Tisha Tells. Yeah. Now that I know that Tisha Tells has gone through so many of them, I don't feel so bad. I hate that it happens, but yes, the Little Shop of Horrors. He reminds me of that plant from the Little Shop of Horrors. Hey, what's up, Sussex Squad? Hey guys, Claire here. Hey guys, Claire here. uh oh well. Let me see. Am I almost done? Um oh, isn't that sweet? Take a look, you guys. Take a look. Poor Gail. Isn't that something? I see Robert De Niro. I see Tina Knowles. And I can barely make out those other people. But if you want to see it, you can go to Instagram to either Oprah or Gail's Instagram. And especially Gail. I think Gail has more video than Oprah. Hey, what's up, Sussex Squad? Coming to hear you guys. Hey, guys. Claire here. Hello. Hello. Ivy here. What's that? You know what? I told y'all I have nothing bad to say about Jay-Z. Nothing. I believe Jay-Z is being railroaded. If the government has no claims against him, as far as I'm concerned, I don't think there's any basis to accuse him of anything. If he had done something wrong, I believe the government, with all of that footage and recordings and stuff, they would have had him. So I'm not buying it. I'm not buying it. Yep, I'm not buying it. I haven't seen any of the coverage from Tisha So I don't know anything about her coverage about them, but I'm saying personally, I'm not messing with Jay-Z. And because I feel like he's being railroaded. Because people were saying, oh, Jay-Z next, Jay-Z next. Well, actually, he's not next because the government has not come after him. This is a civil suit based on something from 24 years ago, from what I hear. So I'm not going to feed into it. Yeah. Yeah, and I do believe that there's some, he has a history, but I also believe that years ago he left certain childish things behind, and I feel like this is just an attempt to extort money from him, allegedly, and so I don't like it. I don't like it. As African Americans, we have all had either ourselves or other people get caught up in the system and caught up in circumstances. And when we start doing, better for ourselves, then here comes somebody with, oh, remember such and such and such and such. So yeah, I don't like it. I'm not even going to follow the case or anything. I'm just going to ignore it. If the feds have nothing to say, I'm not going to say anything. Well, the thing is, if the feds have, if the feds see something, right, that looks like it's illegal, then the feds would have come after him. But if it's not coming from the feds, if it's just a civil suit from something 24 years ago, I'm not interested. Because my view, my opinion, who I love, she has a podcast, My View, My Opinion. She said that with her working knowledge of the system, because of her work in the past, she said they may see the most abominable thing on a videotape, but if it is not a crime, they say, oh, well, and move on, right? So they may have him running around in Mrs. Roper's moo. They might have him um, using a slingshot on a squirrel. They might have a lot of things, but it is obviously nothing illegal if they have not made a case against him. A civil case and a criminal case is two different things. So I'm going to stay out of it. I want the Carter family to be happy and prosperous. That's my view, my opinion. Hmm. Yeah, you better preach, Adrian. You better preach. You better preach. Yeah, that's my view. That's my opinion. Hmm. Yeah, the Carters are too successful. They are way too successful. And that's a problem. That's a problem. They too successful. That's my view. That's my opinion. On Saturday, Winfrey shared a video clip of an unforgettable moment that occurred at her best friend Gail King's surprise 70th. Gail King is 70? Gail King is 70? In the Instagram video, King is seen unknowingly walking into her party. The video captures the beloved media maven being caught off guard as she steps into a venue that was filled with friends and family yelling out, "Happy birthday!" My bestie of 50 years is turning 70, so we gathered everyone. Okay, that was from before. Anyway, there you go. Now, Listen, I love Gail King. I love Oprah Winfrey. I've had problems with both of them in the past, but I am not going to hold it against them because I don't live in the past and they don't live in the past. All I can say to anyone and everyone, do better. Do better. That's all I can say is do better. Um, when I was younger, I used to carry grudges. I was so judgmental and had an answer for everything. But with age comes wisdom. And I'm just not so quick to believe rumors and innuendos. And even the Duke and Duchess of Windsor, the whole idea that he was conspiring with the Nazis, I don't believe it. I really don't believe it. I believe he was about as close to them as just about every aristocrat in the United Kingdom was. But they have turned Wallace Simpson and the Duke of Windsor into a cautionary tale. And that's what they have planned for Harry and Meghan, to make them into a cautionary tale. If you leave the royal family, this is what's going to happen to you, right? See, after you see how they turn against people enough, then you start to see a pattern that this is what happens when you go against powerful people. When you speak truth to power, all of a sudden they find stuff that you didn't know you did. Okay? Amen. So that's all I'm saying. Yeah, they both look great. They both look good. They look amazing. Oh, look at there. Look at there. Isn't that something? Well, apparently someone went to the local, looks like one of those hardware stores. Looked like somebody went to one of those big hardware stores and walked down the aisle and found some strippers. They literally went to the hardware store and ran into a stripper. Now, that was very nice of them because times is hard and people, got to make money. And so they actually, you know, gave the stripper some money. I think that is really sweet. I think that is really street. I think that is really sweet because times is hard. And if you a stripper and the only gig you can get is on the shelf at a hardware store, you deserve a break. You deserve a good tip. So make it rain. That's all I can say is make it rain. There's an old saying that a friend taught me years ago. Hoes gotta eat too. Yep, hoes gotta eat too. Um uh, let me see what else. Oh, that's why there's all those drones. I was wondering why there were drones over New Jersey. Now that makes sense. People have been wondering why all of a sudden is there this big thing about drones. Now we know. Now we know. So if you're living in New Jersey and you can hear the sound of my voice and you're afraid because of the drone activity, those lights in the night sky, well, now we know what the source of that light is. They're making runs from McDonald's to the former governor's, is he the former governor? Governor Christie's house. Ever since Christie got rid of that lap band, he's been on a bit of a binge. Remember, he was trying to get skinny so he could be president? Now he's on a bit of a binge. So, Anastasia, thank you for joining us. Long time. Wow. Okay. Thank you so much for being here. Well, I tell you what, if we start seeing drones over London, if there's drones over Greater London, then we know who the culprit is. If we start seeing drones over Greater London, we know who the culprit is. But listen, you'll be much safer because Becky the Blob is probably, she's probably, doing Ozempic or something allegedly. So, but if we see a lot of drones around Greater London, then we know who's responsible because that person probably took a page out of Governor Christie's book. And with that, you guys, I am done. Thank you so much for watching Royal Sussex. Don't forget to consider a Royal Sussex membership. And if you would like to send a card or a letter or something that is not, ticking or beeping or time on a timer, something that will survive a trip to the local urgent care where my friend runs it through an x-ray machine. If you want to send me something that can survive an x-ray, then just send it to that address right there. Okay. Oh, thank you so much, Lydia Washington. And that is the link for the membership. Do go and watch Petal of Facts and Two Cents. Petal had an amazing show today. She covered that Thomas Kingston affair, which is like the best coverage I've seen thus far. So do go and check it out. I will probably watch it again to make sure I didn't miss anything. Yeah, make sure I didn't miss anything. Oh, that is so lovely. I'm so glad to hear that. You know, that is the dream. There's a lot of people that dream about something like this, but not too many people can make that dream come true. So, congratulations to you and your family. And we wish you all the luck. And if you ever want to share some images, um, you can send it to the email for the Royal Sussex Channel email if you want to, but you don't have to. Even if there's nobody in the pictures, if you just want us to see how cute it is, then that would be nice. But no worries if you don't. Well, either way, we're extremely, extremely happy for you. That is so beautiful. That is so beautiful. Yes, congrats to Harry Popolo. Let me see. Let me take that away. And I did not want this to end. I did not want this to end. I savored the last episode. I did. I savored it. I didn't want it to end. I don't know what to say. Somewhere inside of me, there is a little petite, dark haired white girl that just wants to go to Europe and live, live, live. It's the only way I could explain it. There's a little petite white girl inside of me. Um, who wants to wear pretty clothes and eat gourmet food and fall in love with a different person every episode. But honestly, isn't there a little petite? Why am I sounding like Elmer Fudd? Okay, let me try that one more time. Deep down inside of all of us, isn't there a little petite white girl that just wants to move to Europe, eat gourmet food, take pictures, and look at the beautiful scenery, and Uh, okay, I'm starting to get silly, so I should probably go because I'm getting weird. And when I get weird, that's when I get in trouble. So before I get too weird, before I start booking a ticket to Paris with a suitcase full of clothes I can't fit, I better go ahead and get off of here. Better than a pulled pork sandwich. Here, here. Well, thank you so much for sharing that, Anastasia. That is like the best news I've heard all day. Seriously, it is. Thank you so much for sharing that. I'm just gonna daydream and think about a beautiful coffee shop somewhere in Europe, a family-owned business, friendly customers coming in, and lots of profit. Not that that's the most important part, but um, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna dream about a coffee shop. Let me see. Okay. Ooh, okay, Marsha. Okay. Sometimes that's what you got to do. You got to teach people how you want to be treated. Sometimes that's how you have to do it. Yeah, I know, Anastasia. It was unfortunate, and I really do feel sad. I mean, I feel I ache inside for all of those people who have been waiting for that day, including the lady Sussex. She wanted to share that with her mother. Um, she stayed up and watched so she could share that with her mother, the first woman president. And and once again, the country has taken a big step backwards. So I feel the same way. I think, see, I love inclusivity. Um, in Illinois, we had a governor that was from some Eastern European country. I don't know which one it was, but I was proud to have this governor from some obscure place I never heard of. Just as I was proud to have, like right now, we have a Jewish governor. I'm proud that we have this Jewish governor. I'm proud of diversity. I was proud with the first woman mayor. Very proud of the first black mayor. All of those things that show that we are a tolerant, loving society makes me proud. I don't choose one over the other, but I do choose variety because it's only through that tolerance do we have any type of hope in this world. And I haven't given up on hope, but right now we're just moving backwards rather than forward. But we will overcome this. It's not the end of the world. We just have to buy our time and um, hopefully for those people who have been waiting for that day when we have a woman president, and I hope it's the right woman president. I hope that day comes very soon because if there were more women that was running this world, I'm sure there would be fewer wars. I'm not saying it's the answer to everything, but I'm sure that there would be fewer wars. Yep. Okay. So, um, oh yeah, and congratulations again to Travalyst. We're going to get out of here, folks. It's been 2.5 hours. I didn't think we'd be here that long, but I had so much fun tonight. Also, do not tell. I the Chinese president that I referenced, Winnie the Pooh, because that's how people come up missing. So do not say that I referenced him. I'm just sharing information that was shared with me. This was in no way to disparage a global leader and a well respected Winnie the Pooh impersonator. a, not only a very powerful president, but a very well known Winnie the Pooh impersonator. I am definitely not here to disrespect him in any way. I'm sure that he's doing a lovely job for his people. Even though they were supposed to overtake the United States as the world's largest economy and they failed, I still think he deserves our respect. So I am going to take away Winnie the Pooh and Xi Jinping, and I will never put their photos together again, ever. Unless somebody brings it up in conversation, and then I'll probably do it. But unless somebody bring it up in conversation, I will never, ever disparage that global statesman by associating him with a cartoon character now owned by the Disney Corporation. Yeah, I believe that, Lisette. I really do believe that. Um, I think that if for no other reason, before the world turns into a what do you call it? A garbage depot, a landfill, we really need to try. We really do need to try. Yeah, Paula girl, it's I'm naturally an optimistic person, so I um I always believe things are never going to be as bad as we thought they were going to be. Um, but we also have to exercise caution and everything. Be prepared. Prepare your family in ways that you feel are necessary. But just don't go crazy. Anybody, don't you know? Because if you're um, overreacting, that's when you make mistakes. So be very measured about things after Inauguration Day. And we'll get through this. We will get through this. Okay, I'm good. Thank you, Cookies and Cream. Continue to pray for the Sussexes, each other, and the world. Okay, I'm going to go and listen to that what do you call it? That soundtrack to that play that I mentioned earlier. All right. Yeah, I don't want to leave either. Just so you guys know, I'm not ready to go, but we've been on here 2.5 hours, so we should. We'll catch up tomorrow. I promise. Yeah. Yep. Here we go. Good night, everyone. Love you. Thank you, moderators, for keeping this the safe space that it always has been and always will.